Good Saturday morning, everybody. It's Trevor Thompson, the self-appointed Looney Tunes critic, and look at that Warner Brothers banner up there. That is the last time. Last time with the banner, everybody. Bugs and Cal, they just killed it. Ben Hardaway and Cal Dalton, the directors of this cartoon. And it's not an early Bugs Bunny cartoon. I know that looks like the rabbit we all know and love, but it is not. By the way, let me just stop here for a second and let you guys know. It is July 22nd, 2017. Early Saturday morning for me, and I'm recording this and posting this. And if the date right now on the YouTube video does not say July 22nd, 2017, then that means that at some point Warner Brothers, YouTube, the copyright bots came in and had to send a dispute from Ferris Wheelhouse to the copyright claim, and they've had to look at one of these commentaries again. Somebody at WB-TV has had to look at this again and confirm that once again, yes, this is fair use. Yes, commentary is fair use, and all this stuff. So to the person at WB-TV who is inevitably watching this again, I apologize. Could one of you, if this is tiring to you, maybe somebody call up YouTube and be like, look, leave this guy alone. He does this every week. And it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick to sit and watch your favorite cartoon Saturday morning, but we would like to do that gimmick because ABC won't let us anymore, and CBS and NBC and all the major networks that nobody watches anymore. Anyway, so this is, as I said earlier, not a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I know that is a gray rabbit voiced by Mel Blanc, who was a wiseacre, but this, ladies and gentlemen, is Happy Rabbit. And the first time we saw Happy Rabbit was in Porky's Hare Hunt. And he was a white rabbit then. The first time he's ever appeared gray is this cartoon. But Happy Rabbit, who will inevitably become Bugs Bunny, he's been redesigned a little bit here by Charlie Thorson and given the gray look. Now, Charlie Thorson doesn't get a lot of credit, and it's mainly because he's a designer. He's not a layout person or an animator or a storyboard artist. He does the designs of characters, and since you don't typically, unless it's a feature film, you don't typically credit a designer of a character because they're designed for many cartoons and for many units to use over the course of several years. So, but one major credit that he, I believe, did get, and if not, certainly deserves, is that he modeled Snow White, Disney's Snow White. And there's a lot of people who have theorized over the years that Snow White is Icelandic. That character, the Disney character, is Icelandic. And there's something to that because Charlie Thorson modeled her after his Icelandic girlfriend, who presumably is 14 years old too, just like Snow White. Anyway, he also went over to Terry Toons after this and the Happy Circus cartoons. He did the puppy and the boy character. But more about this cartoon. Yeah, this is all crap, basically. This is when everybody's at their earliest. And by the way, one last thing about Charlie Thorson, he is not the designer who legendarily redesigned Bugs for the Hardaway Dalton unit and labeled the rabbit Bugs's Bunny. I don't know who that is. In fact, you know what? I could be completely wrong about that. You know what? Correct me. Come at me, bro. Wikipedia that stuff. The other guy who directed this is not as legendary as even Ben Hardaway was. And really, let's be fair, Ben Hardaway is really only known in the history books of Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies, particularly because his name is Bugs and he inadvertently named Bugs Bunny. But even less famous than that, Cal Dalton. A very funny story about him. I apologize for whistling into the mic like the Goofy Gopher. But Cal Dalton in Chuck Jones's first book apparently had a modern major bistro hidden away. His typewriter housed a little oven that could toast things and prepare things, and he had bread and, could make sandwiches, and had a drawer that was lined with zinc, and and a drawer could do, he had ice, and he had Coca-Cola and different drinks, and he single-handedly operated a little cafeteria out of his desk. As Chuck Jones says, truth being stranger than animation. And actually, sometimes people would, on the second or third floor would want to send orders down, but they couldn't, so they would have to send down, baskets with money in it, and then he would take the money and put it back up with the stuff in it. This song, he says Looney Tunes like 2 or 3 times in it. Once I knew a thing or two, but now I'm a buffaroo. Hinky, dinky, parley. Which is funny because this is not a Looney Tune, this is a Merry Melodies. Also, that song is reused in Easter eggs. I'm Easter Rabbit, hooray! Which, coincidentally, is the first commentary I ever did. There's no we here. But this is probably the best joke right there. That layout pose of him all. I like that his butt has a bone. He's got a butt bone. Yeah, so we're approaching the semi-controversial ending here that for years was cut from this Egghead character, even though he's technically not Egghead. For years on television, the cartoon would iris out prematurely. I mean, he would iris out right after Bugs' relatives, spoilers, Happy Rabbit's relatives come out here to show this S-talker. And yeah, and we don't know why, really. One good theory, though, is that David Gerstein had a great theory that it was the same ending as in Tex Avery's cartoon Daffy Duck and Egghead, which is like kind of a, if you can't beat him, join him. I don't know how true that is, but the cartoon is a little bit long, so maybe TV wanted to cut it short. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that is it for Hare-um Scarum, and I'll see you next week, hopefully.